What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're playing some Pokemon Black 2 Kaizo. This is a Kaizo hack similar to other Kaizo games like Emerald Kaizo and Crystal Kaizo, and it takes the original game and makes it way harder. The opponents are way stronger, the opponents have way smarter battle AI, and the opponents' Pokemon all have competitive movesets. If you've been a long-time fan of the channel, you know that we used to play this game a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's definitely been a while. It's been at least 6 months since I picked this game up. But now with Run and Bun being kind of over with, I wanted to get back into it, and we're picking up right where we left off. And today we're going to battle Elesa, who is the electric type gym leader. Oh, and one more thing. Every battle in this game is a double battle, including this one. So here we go. Gym leader Elesa wants to battle. She leads with the Thunderous and Rotom Wash. Two Pokemon unaffected by Earthquake. I mean, Earthquake spam would just be a way too easy strat, and Elesa was prepared for that. But we've got a plan anyways. We lead with Torterra and Raichu. Now, we want to see Thunderous go for Swagger here into Torterra to double Torterra's attack, and then we have a Berry to heal off the confusion. But this only happens 50% of the time. Now, we are going to lose the 50-50, unfortunately, as Raichu is targeted with the Swagger instead. And we do have a Berry to heal off the confusion, but this is pretty useless as Raichu is mostly a special attacker, and we much would have rather had the attack boost on Torterra. Now, normally I would just reset here, but decided to just play out this attempt. We get off some damage with Thunderbolt into Thunderous, and Torterra is going to tank a big Hydro Pump, dealing about half of its health. Next, we get off the Razor Leaf, and this is where that attack boost from the Swagger would have came in clutch. We don't deal very much damage at all to Tornadus, but we do just under half to Rotom, and we're going to have to wait till the next turn to be able to finish him off. Remember, both of Elisa's Pokemon are unaffected by Earthquake, and that would just be too easy, right? So Razor Leaf is our next best option. Tornadus hits us with a Grass Knot, and Torterra weighs a ton, but we still manage to survive on just super low HP. Next, we get off another Thunderbolt, dealing a bit of chip damage to Thunderous, and Rotom Wash hits us with a deadly Hydro Pump, and Raichu is not very bulky, but we still manage to survive in the yellow. We follow up with a second Razor Leaf, and thanks to Torterra now being an Overgrow, it deals more damage than it did on the last turn, and it's enough to take out the Rotom Wash. And Rotom actually did us a favor, inevitably spelling his own demise, by hitting us with Grass Knot, a move that would put us just perfectly in range for Torterra to get his Overgrow boost. Our team just barely survives the turn, and Electivire comes out next. Now, the sequence of events that happens next is a pretty interesting interaction. Thunderous with Prankster tries to use Thunder Wave sideways into Electivire, giving it a Motor Drive speed boost, but because Raichu has a Lightning Rod, we absorb the electric type attack, preventing the Thunder Wave from hitting Electivire and giving Raichu a special attack boost instead. We charm the Electivire right before he gets off the Earthquake, reducing his attack just barely by enough for Torterra to survive, but Raichu is not as fortunate. We're going to keep throwing out Razor Leafs here. Thunderous does type resist this, but we are in Overgrow, and it just barely does enough damage to finish off Thunderous and get some chip on Electivire as well. Now, Raichu did not survive the turn, but he definitely did his job in using his Lightning Rod ability to divert the Thunder Wave, preventing Electivire from getting its Motor Drive boost, and also landing a Charm on Electivire to sharply reduce his attack, and those Earthquakes are going to be hitting a lot less hard now. Electros comes out next, and we bring out Gardevoir, and Gardevoir's Trace is going to trace Electros's Levitate ability, and this is going to come in super clutch for the next few turns. And the way Trace works, it's a 50-50 on what opponent's Pokemon it will trace in a double battle. Motor Drive would have been useful too, but I think that Levitate is the more useful ability to trace in this scenario. Because we know Electivire loves to throw out Earthquakes. Electros is not affected. Gardevoir is not affected either, thanks to tracing Electros' Levitate, but Torterra, on just such a low amount of HP, is going to get finished off by the Earthquake, even after Electivire being charmed down. Next, we're going to set up Calm Mind, and this is going to be super useful. Electivire is not going to be able to hit hard due to being charmed, and Electros is a special attacker, and now is not going to be able to hit us hard either thanks to our special defense boost from the Calm Mind. So Gardevoir is in pretty good shape here. Now, we need to be smart about who we send out next. There are certain specific Pokemon that we need to save for later to deal with key threats on Elisa's team, but ultimately we decide to bring Venusaur out to the battle. Our second grass type starter. Now, it was just revealed that Electros knows Flamethrower, which Venusaur is weak to, but its Flamethrower is not Stab, and Venusaur is an absolute tank, so that flamethrower should be no problem. Electivire goes for Earthquake again. Venusaur is going to be the only one that gets hit. Now, we're not too worried about it because we did reduce his attack sharply from Charm, but we get critted, and this is going to hit through the attack reduction from Charm, and Venusaur gets hit for massive damage. This was super unlucky. We deal big damage with Psychic into Electros and follow up with a Petal Dance, which is going to finish off Electros, and I guess we got some luck back at the end of that turn because Petal Dance is a 50-50 on who it will hit as well, and Electros was our primary target there. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the battle so far, don't forget to hit the like button on the video. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm and helps the video to get seen by more people, and hit the subscribe button too to see more Pokemon battles like this. Alright, Zebstrika comes out next and is now the fastest Pokemon on the field and moves first and goes for Bounce. Electivire moves next and he's going to keep throwing out Earthquakes. Gardevoir is unaffected, but Venusaur is going to get hit. Remember, last turn we got critted, which is why it dealt so much damage, but we don't get as unlucky this turn. We attack with Gardevoir using a huge Psychic, boosted by that Calm Mind, does massive damage, and it's enough to finish off Electivire. We get off another Petal Dance, but unfortunately there is no target for it to land on, and we're just wasting Petal Dance turns here. Remember, Venusaur is locked into Petal Dance for either 2 or 3 turns, and then it ultimately will get confused after it runs out. Magnezone comes out next, and Venusaur isn't very useful here anyway. We're just going to sacrifice him. We get hit with the super effective Bounce, and we let Venusaur go down. Now notice Zebstrika takes a bit of recoil damage. This is going to be important for later, and this implies that Zebstrika is holding a Life Orb. We get off a huge Calm Mind boosted Psychic, but we just barely fall short of the KO on Zebstrika. Magnezone attacks next with Discharge, and it hits sideways into Zebstrika, giving it a Motor Drive boost, which is going to increase its speed by 1 stage. And Gardevoir also is going to tank the Discharge fairly well. Gardevoir actually tanks that Discharge extremely well, thanks to Calm Mind. And now that we know that Elesa is down to her final 2 Pokemon, we're going to bring out our ace in the hole Blaziken to deal with this Magnezone. Now we are going to have to tank and attack one way or another here. We know that Zebstrika is the fastest Pokemon on the field, especially after that Motor Drive speed boost. If we can only just get him off the field first, we'll get this battle down to a 2v1, and Magnezone will be easy peasy to deal with. Now what we hope to see here is Zebstrika targeting Gardevoir, because we need Blaziken on the field, who's more important to deal with Magnezone, and we do get lucky. Zebstrika targets Gardevoir with the Wild Charge. It does take us out, but due to the recoil damage, Zebstrika takes himself out in the process. Now with Blaziken staring down Magnezone in his one eye, all that's left is fire off the huge Blaze Kick. It's super effective, but it's not enough to one-shot Magnezone, and it looks like he's going to heal up a little bit of health from the Citrus Berry. Magnezone retaliates with the Discharge. Now, we're not too worried about the damage here. We just really want to avoid paralysis if possible. And we do get lucky. We dodge that 30% chance of paralysis and get a speed boost at the end of the turn as well. Not that it matters, because we're already faster than Magnezone anyway. And we are now down to our final 2 Pokemon. We bring out Gengar, the anchor of the team, ready to help us take this battle home. But honestly, Gengar can just be a spectator here. We don't really need him to do much. We know that Blaziken outspeeds Magnezone, and all it's going to take is one more Blaze Kick to finish the job. We connect, and Magnezone goes down. And Blaze Kick is 100% accuracy in this game too. A lot of moves have been adjusted, and some moves even have less PP as well, just for balancing purposes. But anyways, that's GG Gym Leader Elesa. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the battle. Definitely, in my opinion, the hardest battle yet in this game, Black 2 Kaizo. And it's definitely a pretty fun game. I hope you guys are enjoying this game so far. I know we took a break from this game for a while there, but leave a comment if you want to see more Black 2 Kaizo. I always love to hear from you guys in the comments. But that's it for the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and see you next time.